I never, ever, ever wake up thinking that I could do business on my own or that I could take this mental wellness journey on my own. We need events, we need speakers, we need experts, we need the whole system in order to get our mental wellness to where it needs to be. Started a tea company about 14 years ago with my wife. So show of hands, any tea drinkers that are sitting here? Yes, tea drinkers. Okay, any coffee drinkers here? I don't know if we could be friends then. I'm joking. So started a tea company, and over these 14 years, got to see some of the good side, some of the bad side, both from a business standpoint and from my own mental wellness as a business owner. And so I've learned a few things, how to do business in a way that makes me feel really good, but also drives success to the bottom line. So the two concepts that I want to leave with you today is number one, collaboration mindset. When we're talking about mental wellness, we need to talk about it from a collaborative mentality because we can't fix our mental wellness by ourselves. So we'll talk about that. And then, after all the talking, I'll leave you with a framework that I personally use and share amongst my teams to get the best performance. Okay? So, I'm not going to start unless you wave at me. Are you with me? Yes? Yes? Beautiful. Okay, collaboration mindset. Now, show of hands, sitting here, who knows Michael Jordan, the basketball player? Yes, we all know Michael Jordan. This is a quiz, and I might get you a gift. How many championship rings did Michael Jordan win in his career? How many? Scream it out at me. 6. He says 6. Anybody want to challenge that? He says 6 rings. Michael Jordan won 6. Anybody with a different answer? No? Okay, give him a round of applause. He said 6. Now, you're kind of correct. But what if I told you that Michael Jordan actually won 0 rings? Would you disagree with me in any way? He changed his answer. The Chicago Bulls won 6 championships, and Michael Jordan got to wear 6 rings because of that. Here's how I can prove that concept. And we're talking about collaboration mindset. Have you ever seen Michael Jordan jump onto the court, start dribbling the ball, shoot, score, run back on defense, and then trip, fall, grab a mop, clean it up, grab the clipboard, run the play? Anybody seen him do that and win a game? Never. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all times, and yet he's never won a championship ring by himself. So if we think about our mental wellness journey by ourselves, I'm going to do this for me, I'm going to, tap into this for my mental wellness, then we're kind of thinking the same way that Michael Jordan could win all these championships on his own, and it doesn't work that way. Collaboration mindset is a concept that says, if I'm going to perform my best, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need to tap into some resources and get a team around me of people that can help me on my mental wellness journey. One of the most successful hunters in Africa, greatest hunter, is able to get an 85% success rate when it comes to hunting. So let's pretend we're animals for a second. We want to get a lot of hunting and a good catch. 85%, that's a good number. Who wants to tell me who is the champion of the hunt in Africa when it comes to hunting? Anybody? Guess. Which animal? Which animal is the most successful at hunting in Africa? Tiger? Close, but not a tiger. Any other? Cheetah. Close, but not a cheetah. Lion. Who agrees with the lion? Best answer, but still incorrect. Now, that's a good one too. That's pretty good. Almost as good as hers. Now, the lion is what most people say. Why? It's big, it's bad, it has a big mane. It's the most popular predator. When you see a lion coming, everybody runs away. But see, the lion is different because the lion decides if it wants to hunt alone sometimes, and then if it wants to join the pack. When it hunts alone, the lion's success rate is 17%. That means, picture the gazelle, 17% of the time, the lion will catch that. You know what that tells me? That's a hungry lion. Most of the time, that lion is not eating. When it joins the pack, the percentage goes up to 30%. it eats a little bit more often. But still, 30%, that means 70% of the time, the lion's hungry. But we're not gonna take our example from the lion today. We're gonna look at the champions of the hunt in Africa, which is the wild dog, the African wild dog. Never hunts on its own, always collaborates and joins in a pack. And the success rate is 85%. It's eating a lot of the time. Now, let's jump out of the animal kingdom and back to our mental wellness journey. If 85% of the time we could feel better, perform better, get success in our business, our industry, amongst our organizations, with our team, that would be a lot better than 17%. But we've got to do it with a collaboration mindset. So I never, ever, ever wake up thinking that I could do business on my own or that I could take this mental wellness journey on my own. We need events, we need speakers, we need experts, we need the whole system in order to get our mental wellness to where it needs to be. Thinking collaboratively. So that is one half of the equation, that when we have a collaboration mindset, we'll do better business. We'll find greater success and it will feel really good. Now here's a framework that I use to implement throughout my entire business. I call it peak performance. So peak is what you want to remember here. P-E-A-K. What does that stand for? Now the P is going to stand for the power of personality. And that's what? Yes, the POP, the power of personality. How this plays into success in business and into our mental wellness. The E stands for engagement, empowered engagement. When we tap into our personality and who we really are and apply that in all aspects of our life, we start to engage more. The A is going to stand for attitude, and the K is going to stand for Kaizen. Let's go. Now, the POP, the power of personality. 14 years ago, I started a tea company. Before I started that tea company, I used to be a rapper. I'm not going to rap for you today, but I was in the music industry, always on the stage, always performing. The moment I got into business, I started wearing business clothes. I stood up at trade shows trying to sell tea to people walking by. Would you like to try some Japanese sencha? Oh, you're busy, sorry. Would you like to try my oolong tea? Oh, sorry. What happened to the performer? What happened to the guy who was always on stage? We take our personality, shove it under a rug, and then try to suit the industry and suit the norm. Everybody has the power of personality. I call it skills and characteristics from the sandbox or the playground days. Things that are just natural for you. I might be the happy-go-lucky guy. My wife, complete opposite. You might be really good with numbers, a good singer. But we take all of those skills and personality traits and characteristics and we shove it away to do business. So the world doesn't get to see that. This takes a toll on our mental wellness because I have to go to work every day not being myself, but being the same way the tea industry is, or being the same way the community is. Uniqueness, the power of your personality. Who are you? What are 3 words that define you as a person? Never lose that in business, in your career, in your relationship, because if you do, that's when living starts to get harder and harder and harder. And so for peak performance, the number one thing is the power of personality, or it's also known as the POP. So once I feel good about myself and I'm showing my true self to the world or in my business amongst my team, the next thing that happens automatically is I want to engage more. Think of it like a plug trying to fit into an outlet. If the plug is not the right fit, it's not being its true self, it can't fit, it can't connect into anything. But if it is being what it was designed to be, who you are designed to be, you can connect, and you would love to connect more. When we're authentically ourselves, we engage with more people. We want to learn more stories and connect with other human beings. So power of personality leads to empowered engagement. When I started hiring employees, I know we're gonna make tea, that's what we do in the business. But forget that, who are you, the person? Got to know them. Found out this one girl, Sabrina, she's a guitar player. On Fridays, we stop the music, the Spotify list in the store. Say, Sabrina, get your guitar. she would start singing. She's elated. She wants to perform for people. Making tea is easy. But now she has this platform to show who she really is. She feels great. Her mind is well, so her performance is well. And every employee that I would bring into the company, we do the same thing. Some were quieter and wanted more reserved spaces. We cultivated that. As owners, as leaders, we play a big role in the atmosphere that we cultivate for our people. So there's the platform, shine. And the moment we did that, they engage. And then our customers started to engage more. Because if you're showing me who you are, I want to show you who I am. Some of us might have clients. Show who you really are. And you'd be surprised, they open up, they feel comfortable, feel like it's a safe space. You feel good, they feel good. My poem is this: do well, then people will tell. When people tell, then we excel. That's what they put on the Google reviews. Oh my goodness, the doctor was so polite. They talked about this. We got to know where they were born in. Human connection. The power of personality leads to empowered engagement. Now we have a temperature check. Attitude. There's no nice way to say this. Attitude is what separates winners from losers. Can't say it any kinder. Now, show of hands. I'm going to tell you a few questions, and by show of hands, you tell me. Out of these two colors, red and blue, who chooses blue? Show of hands. Blue? Blue, 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 blue. Who chooses red? Everybody else? Okay. Out of foods, who rather spicy food? Show of hands. Who rather sweet food? Beautiful. One more question. Out of these two men for a GQ magazine, who chooses Tom Cruise or me? Who chooses me? I'm joking. Don't answer this. I'm joking. Now, let's get to the point here. When it comes to attitude, we are so able to choose what we like to eat, where we like to go, the colors that we love. But when it comes to our attitude, if I was to ask you, who chose a good attitude today, all of a sudden it gets awkward. Do I answer that? I guess I did. Because we don't think attitude is a choice. Not the same way like what to wear, what to eat, where to go. Absolutely. Attitude is a choice. Every day we wake up, yes, we're on a mental wellness journey, but every day we wake up and we make choices on how we're going to respond to every single thing that happens to us. And again, you may be on a mental wellness journey to better yourself, but all it takes is somebody to cross you over on the road and you lose it. You lose the whole meditation and everything. And so attitude is important on this journey. Peak performance. Be your authentic self. Power of personality. Engage more. But as you start to engage, be cautious of your attitude. Choose the right attitude and understand that it's a choice. Attitude separates winners from the losers. And the last letter in our peak framework is Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word that speaks of committing to continuous improvement. And all that means is that our mental wellness journey is a journey, not a destination. You will not leave this summit and be mentally well. You will be better. But you've got to commit, just like I commit, to continuing on that journey. If you do that and you drink tea, life is going to be good for you. Thank you so much for your time.